Hello. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. How's everybody? I hope everybody else slept in a little bit. Well, guess what happened? My alarm went off, right? And I set it. I Oh, I gotta plug in my phone. Oh. So my alarm went off, and girl went up. But then I hit the snooze button. Well, actually, I didn't. I turned the alarm off. I don't even know if I have this on the right way. Let me see. Yep. Okay. I hit this. No, I hit this. I shut off the alarm, so I reset my alarm clock to wake me up at 6:50, and it was 6:50 p.m. Then all of a sudden I woke up and I was like, "Oh, it's 7:30. Oh, I guess it's Saturday. We sleep in just a little bit." I guess I needed the sleep, huh? I went to bed. I tried to go to bed early. Oops, sorry, I wiggled the thing. I gotta tape this thing. Tape this over here. You never find the tape when you need it. Oh, it's got tape on it. Sorry for the wiggle, everybody. Oh, that's fine. I'll just leave it there. Anyways, so I got, we were talking about vintage sets last night. So I got this set out, and this is another vintage one. And it's so cute. I mean, isn't that adorable? And I mean, perfect for adult coloring, right? Right? Isn't that perfect for adult coloring? So I'm going to grab a paper. I'll just do the back of this. This is some paper here, but I'll just do the back. Set this over here. Yesterday I dropped my glue and the lid was open, and I left the room, and then I came back and it was pouring out. Isn't that just crazy? Oh my goodness. Bet you guys were thinking I wasn't coming on, huh? Saturday, she's not coming on. But it's 31 days, so I have to come on. I said I would be here. Better late than never, right? That's okay. I'll let you guys sleep in. You can watch the other version. All right. I'm gonna stamp this. Get all the. I think it's gonna be really light. All right, what's it doing? It's cycling. Really light. Yeah, that's pretty light. We're gonna. Let's see which one. Yeah, this is a good one. The ink is on there pretty good. And we'll do another one. Hey, this would be the great way to do the Christmas cards, right? Well, not really, because I have to mail them out too. So it'd have to be do one. Oh, darn, I missed half of it. Oh well, that's what black pins are for. Get the top, get the side. Kind of doing a little push and twist. There we go. Ooh. Susan, everybody, Susan, and who else? Sherry, and let's see, Susan, Sherry. Oh, see, it's still not dark. That's so weird. Being weird on me. Okay, that's all right. All right, so let's see here. So I have room. I have room. In there. I'm gonna do some of these little guys. Right. So I made some Christmas tags for my shop, and I sold some. It's really cool. I sold some ornaments and some Christmas tags. Oh, that one went over the top of that one. Oh well. My only good house, and I stamp on it, right? Oh well. Oh, he went over the edge. Oh, you messed up my face. Oh. There we go. All right. So now, you know what my friend did? Now everybody's going to the clings. So what she did is she microwaved the one on the block, and then put this special like window cling on the back of it, so that she could use it like in her, like in that thing that you can make duplicates over and over again. I have one here. Oh, this, like this thing. So she could use it in this. And also so it'd be easier storage. But so let's fussy cut this out. There's my fussy cut scissors. Last night I listened to a Christian station. Hello, Susan! I slept in. I just got on here at 7:35. Good morning, good morning. How are you? I was saying something, now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, it must have been a lie. So my the job that I was applying for. They hired the other applicant. Just means that I have more time to make Christmas cookies. Yay! Right? I haven't had any coffee. I'm on my first water. Staying hydrated. It's been cold outside, and so the heater's been on a lot, so it dries out everything. I'm on my first waffy. That's my water in a coffee cup. Oh, no worries. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'll get one will come along that'll be just perfect for me. I applied for an engineering firm one because I used to be an engineering secretary. So maybe that one will be it, you know? Or maybe I'll find one that's, you know, working with kids, because I like to work with kids because, you know, they keep you young, you know? Of course, it's one job. Some of the people were younger than me. I know. And that one had a lot of responsibilities, but, you know, I could have handled it. It would have been fine. I love to type. You know, and it had typing in it. It had proofreading in it. I think what happened is I sent my thank you letter and it had an error in it. So, you know. I checked it, but I don't know, maybe I didn't check it twice. See if it was naughty or nice. And last night, in the middle of the night, I woke up and I couldn't sleep. My husband turns on this, like, it's like a machine that, like, does waves and stuff. And to me, it just sounds like static, you know? And, so anyways, it's funny because it was on last night and I was like, oh gosh, that thing. So I plugged my ears and I could hear the same sound when I plugged my ears. I know. And so when she sent me the, you know, the decision, I said, I guess it was that error that I found on my letter after I sent it. And I said, well, if you change your mind, I'm only human. You know, we all make mistakes. But that helped her make her decision, so maybe that was what it was for, to help her make her decision. So I proofed medical documents for a while. Oh, wow. How was that? Did you ever make a mistake and send it in and it was like, oh shoot. Yeah. No, it was like I left out a word. You know? But I don't know. It was like she probably would have caught it. But I don't know. Or maybe it was because I said something on live YouTube. You know, I mean, I could second guess it all day long. Never mind. it was just her decision. What's happened to me before is that they already had somebody lined up to take the position, and then they just like interviewed me because they had to interview people before they could hire that person. And I was in a position like that too, where other people applied and they had to interview them because because they had applied, right? But they were already had me in mind, so I've been there, did that. So that's why every time I go into a job and they don't hire me, it's like, oh, they already had somebody else in mind. But they really liked me because they, they called me in for a second interview and everything. So, or Shelly, the lady, did. She was really nice. I liked her. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. No, you know what I did? I set my alarm for 6:45, and I woke up at 6:23. And then when my alarm went off, instead of hitting the snooze, because I always hit the snooze, and it snoozes for 8 minutes, I hit end. And instead of getting up, I reset my alarm for 6:50, which would be the snooze time, And I slept through that because I set it for 6:50 p.m. And I woke up at 7:30. I was like, ah. I know it. But it was funny. And then I woke up with a start, and I was like, oh. I go, my heater came on, and I woke up, and I was like, oh, I better check that. Maybe I put it at PM, because it only felt like I slept for like 2 minutes, And I looked at the clock, and it was 7:23, and I went, what? So I guess I just needed the sleep. Right? Somebody was watching out for me. Well, and then the job I applied for, I didn't get it. Well, I found some more vintage Stampin' Up! Stamps. And so I thought, well, let's, so I stamped them, and I'm just fussy cutting them out. And then I was going to color them and make a card. Make another card, another boring card. Or I could make a pocket with them, because I do have a Christmas golden book. Oh, guess what I did yesterday? Okay, so yesterday let's see here. I got up. I went to a friend's house because I owed her some money, and I'd saved up some money to pay her, so I paid her back some money. And then I went to the chiropractor, and they adjusted me. Ooh, it felt so good. And then I went... Oh, and then there was this lady on Facebook that was selling a... Sorry, I had a yawn attack. Anyways, so she was selling a bookshelf. So I picked that up. It was $10. So I picked that up. And then, and it was all in the same area, which is really cool. And then oh, and then I went to the bookstore that I normally go to. It's like a bookstore here in Tacoma that everybody drops their books off to, and then they can get books from. It's kind of like a library, but you pay a little fee. And she's like really cheap, and she doesn't use debit card stuff and that kind of thing. Oh, cool. Yeah. No, I didn't clean. So anyway, but I got pertinent things done that I needed to do, you know. So I was going to go to my church because I had to drop off a craft idea that I finished. Because we're having like a little craft night for the kids so that they can make Christmas presents for their parents. But I think I'm going to change it up because I said a prayer book, but I think I'm going to change it to a gratitude book. Because I went to the bookstore that this lady, the lady I was talking about earlier. Anyway, and her name is Linda. Anyways, she it's so crowded in her bookstore, and she needs help purging because she has Harlequin romances from way back when on like vintage ones. So if anybody wants any, you know, let me know and I'll grab a few for you, like a handful, and mail them in the little $6.95 package. Or, you know, I'll find out how much book price is to mail them, and I'll mail them. And but if I mail them in the $6.95 or I think it's $7.95 now. But anyways, so if I mail that one, then I'll put extra stuff in it, of course, because I like to do that. And I gave you my email on a different show, so you can go look up my email. And I still haven't figured out on YouTube how to add my email or where I add my email. Because, you know, a lot of people have that, like, second page. And have you seen the people have the auctions on YouTube? I should get into mixed media. Is that what you said? Oh my goodness, girls. Girls, girls, girls. You're so funny. That's where I started. Mixed media. That's why I have all this stuff. I have a stack of books to cut up now, and I don't know why I have 10 carb cookbooks. Somebody's trying to tell you something. Oh, well, you know, that's the thing is when you're sitting here with me, if you're sitting in a chair, you should get up every 15 minutes and stretch your whole body. I should do that too. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Because sitting gives you a big butt. Oh, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big. She must sit in a chair and watch craft shows. I'm sorry, I'm talking about myself. Because that's what's happening to me. I watch craft shows. But then I know, really? I know when you get up, it just gets you motivated, or gets your body motivated to move a little bit. I think I am gonna cut that like that. See, that didn't hurt it with cutting it like that, and then I can still have this little guy. Can you even see what I'm doing? Gosh, I don't even know if I'm in frame. Oh, but anyways, to continue with yesterday, so I I I'm reading. Some people have their info on the first channel page, and there's a home videos playlist channel and about on the about is email, etc. Yeah. So how do they get that? I'm just a basic girl. Bug butts are in. Yeah, use it or lose it. Is that the same with crafts? I should lose it. You know, I have to purge so much stuff. You know, you guys saw my room in the beginning, right? So anyway, so back to the bookstore. So I helped her sort some books and stuff, and I found a couple that I liked, and this is one of them. Oh, I got this one by Debbie Maycumber because she's local. Oh, no. I like bug butts. I like that saying better. It's okay, I got a bug butt. Oh. There. Okay, and then this other book I got. Oh, where does it go? Oh, there it is. I got this book. Isn't that cool? So it has like greeting, trimming, cooking, giving, celebrating. So it shows you how to make the snow globes, a greeting card, cooking, and celebrating and giving. The next one is send a photo card, make a holiday stamp. Make a holiday stamp. Stitching up a greeting card, fashion a felt card, reuse paint colored chips. We do that, don't we? Paint colored chips. I made a oh, anyways. So has a whole array of good ideas in there. So she gave that to me. I said, "Oh, I love that book," and she gave it to me. And because I'm helping her. And then I got this one because you remember my friend who likes horses? Look what I found. Oh, but I didn't get this one from the bookstore lady. Down the street there was a thrift store. And this was only $3.99. So I got this horse book. But I don't know, maybe I don't want to cut it up, you know what I mean? Because it's like a really nice book. I thought I would put it in my shop for 20 bucks. But it was only $3.99. Or, I don't know, see how much it was on the cover price and give it a little bit lower than that. I don't know. If they had horse magazines in there, that'd be so cool. Because I'd rather cut up a magazine than a book, nice book like this. So, I mean, look at those pretty horses. Isn't that cool? And so, anyways, oh, and then, of course, I got the golden books. I found this one. And I told myself I'm not supposed to buy any more golden books, but I do. And I got this one. This one was 99 cents. And this one was 49 cents. Go figure. I don't know if he... And then this one was $1.49. So that Mickey Mouse one would be really cool because I have a lot of Mickey Mouse stickers because I went to Disneyland. So, has all of them. Very cool. So, the Precious Moments one, it's really, it's like a 2009. I guess it'd be good for a journal, but I was thinking about not cutting it up, and in my, because I have this precious moment thing, and I mean, I have that, the little boy and little girl figurine, and then I have my old wedding dress from my first marriage. So I was thinking about putting my wedding dress in my shop and putting this little wedding thing, and then the cake topper thing, you know, the porcelain cake topper that I had. And then, you know, that'd be kind of cool, because Precious Moments, I guess, is really big right now. So, and I sold some stuff in my shop. I sold, what did I sell? I sold some, what did I sell? Let me see if I can have, oh, here, I'll show you. I made some Christmas tags. Oh. I'm back. So I did 6 Christmas tags for $1.50, which I think I might change up the price, but I don't know. You know, I mean, I'll just leave the price in there, but I'm going to change up my, I have it like a 25% discount, so it made it like $1.23 for 6. So I think what I'm going to do is do the 25% off at, so I mean, there's like all different, there's little multimedia ones and little Santa Clauses and stuff. So anyways, those are my little tags I made. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. If you don't help, you don't get cake. Yeah. I should have did that with my son. I never even thought about that. Well, and you know, the gratitude book that I got, it's a Debbie Maycumber book too. It said that instead of rewarding your children with something, you should give them praise from the heart. You know, teach them praise from the heart. And I never knew that. You know, I thought it was, you know, but I guess giving those incentives or whatever, or bribery, is not really good for your child's self-esteem. So so like if the child, I don't know, I can't phrase how she said it, but it was like, wow. Yeah, so I mean we used to do chores for money so that we could get Christmas presents for our siblings, or if we wanted to buy something, then we would do chores for money. But that would be instead of allowance. So you wouldn't get an allowance once a week. You would just get money for doing your chores, like if you were in a job, you know. And so that's what, you know, my mom would do. And then if you were going to school, you could live in the house rent-free. If you were working, then you had to pay rent. Yeah, I guess it didn't really work that way for us for some reason. It was just like, you know, I mean, because I never expected anything from my parents. Of course, we knew how much money they were making, and we knew what, you know, I mean, my mom had 7 kids and everybody had to help out. So, I mean, there were chores that we didn't get paid for to do. That's cool. Yeah. My parents gave an allowance. Um, if we wanted to go to the candy store, my mom would give us like 15 cents, and then she would let us know not to spend it all at once. So I would spend 14 cents and have a penny left over, and then I'd put it in a bank, you know, and I'd save that extra money up, you know. And so I was saving money was instilled into me, you know. And but anyways, so now I need something to color with. What should I use? Oh, you know what I should use. You know, the thing about doing this thing is the thing is the thing and the thing, right? Oh, look at this little journal I found. Little composition book. Let's make a little journal out of that, right? I know, wasn't that candy bar so good? The Mars bars or the Three Musketeers. But that's why I like Halloween so much, because you got free candy, right? Oh, here we go. Looking in my drawers. I know, isn't that little? I can't even remember where I got it from. Maybe Michael's, I don't know. 50 sheets are in it. I guess if you're a tiny writer, it'd be good for a borrower, right? Let's do some painting. Actually, this is in the way. Let's put it down here. There we go. And I have a little water in here. Ah, no. Okay, we'll just dump it out. That's good. That's enough water. So, get a little brush. So you were talking multimedia? Is that what you were saying, multimedia? I know. Well, it was the only thing to do on Saturday night, right? Right? Oh, yeah, my water. Okay, let's make this guy. See, you guys wondered if I baked? Well, geez, I just made a gingerbread cookie, right? My hands are shaking, probably because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. And they'd be shaking more if I had coffee. I need more water. Hydrate. Ooh. While I have you both here, let's read from our little book and if somebody else comes along, I'll read another one. So, let's see here. Oh, this one is really good since I didn't, oh, I'm going to make some cookies today, and then I have 3 bazaars that we plan to go to, me and my friend, but yeah, I got to make some cookies, and I got some Amish bread, and so I was going to do that. I went to sleep drinking coffee at 4:30. Well, last night I went to bed at 8:30, And at 9 o'clock, I woke up with a start and was applying for jobs in the night. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so number 6. Love and accept yourself as God loves you. Though you are not perfect, you have a basic goodness and worth just as you are. Don't diminish your joy by diminishing yourself. Isn't that a good one for me? What's so funny? What's funny? Okay, what did I say? I forget. I'm jumping from one thing to the other, right? I don't know. You forget to MK. Oh, I always forget. It's like, they were asking me in the interview, it's like, what kind of learner are you? I go, I'm a visual, just show me quick and I can figure it out, and I take notes. And it's pretty much, if you show, I didn't say quick though, so maybe they thought that it would take me forever to learn, because I'm old or something, I don't know. Brain, there I am, see, I just turned around, see, now let me read that, what was that I just read? This is good for myself. Love and accept yourself as God loves you. Though you are not perfect, you have a basic goodness and worth just as you are. Don't diminish your joy by diminishing yourself. I didn't get the job. They hired the other applicant, I guess. But that's all right. That means I have more time to make cookies. I think they were surprised about how much stuff I do during the day. But gosh, there's a lot of hours in the day, And I was just trying to get the point across that I could multitask. So I have my little shop, and I know, and I sold some stuff in it, so that's really cool. Of course, it was only $37 worth of stuff, but every little bit counts, and that's the other thing is my goal was anytime I sold something from my shop, that I would give back to God, So part of that I was going to give like 10%, every time I sold something. So I still am going to do that. And so I have like a little envelope that I put my 10% in. But oh, there's this radio station that I listen to on it's on it's a Christian radio station that I listen to, and last night they were asking for donations. So I thought, I could do $10, so I called them up and I donated $10. And the guy goes, and I told him, I go, yeah, I'm out of work, but I'm looking for work, and so I need prayers for that. I was just saying that. I wasn't saying it to have him feel sorry for him or anything. He goes, you're out of work and you're sending us $10? Wow. I was like, well, sometimes things are important, and I listen to that radio station every day, and it uplifts me, so I like it. I like to reward, things that are good. And even though it was a small reward, it was the highest I could do, And, I found this book at the bookstore. I'm not broke. I have an abundance of crafts. Oh. No, it kind of sort of is. It's an antiques and collectibles mall. And, I figure art stuff is collectible because I have a lot of it. It must be collectible. Um, well, it is, And so I thought, people are going to need tags and stuff. And so I might as well put that in the store. And they sell, I see they sell like licorice and stuff. So why can't I sell things like that, So it's like, why not? Why not? Right? I know. I know. And oh, yeah. God humbles me all the time. My one friend, she got a job, um, but I don't know if it's the right job for her because, well, it's a cafeteria job, and she hurt her leg or her foot, and I'm just scared. So I just thought, you know what? Instead of worrying about if it's going to be a good job for her. I think it's going to be a good job for her because she's a good listener and she enjoys people and she enjoys talking, And it's like a cafeteria job, so she'd be like cleaning up stuff and helping out with stuff and waiting and that sort of thing. I know. I don't have to spend any hours there. The only thing I have to do is get my stuff in there, and that's the hard part because you have to price everything. I was going to show you. I was thinking about, I have a whole array of golden books. I was thinking about going through my golden books and like I have 4 of those God ones, And I was thinking, maybe I should go through them and put the oldest ones in my shop, and sell them. We'll sell them at least for the artists, I'm trying to put up that for me it's a multimedia type shop because I have the big thick Reader's Digest books. And so that would be, something I can put it. Well, I did put in there. I put in the big Reader's Digest books, and then I of course have this old magazine, right? McCall's, and it has. I saw one lady in there. She would just cut out the ads and put a couple ads in there and and she was selling just a couple ads or a cartoon for like $1.25. So I could cut out a page or fussy cut some of the people out already, so that when somebody comes in looking for multimedia, they can do that. So that's what I thought I would do is sell the multimedia stuff. And so I collect, like little bags like this. These little package bags, so when you open something up that you bought. I collect those, and I just cut the top off there. And so, I can put a bunch of these little butterflies in there. It's just getting that, it put together and everything. So, I just got to take time to do it. So that's why I made that big list of stuff to do. I should probably go get that so I can see what I did accomplish. Hold on one moment. I show you. Do, 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 do. Listen to the hold music. La, 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 la. So my shop is open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ouch. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday. So here's the list again. So I checked off what I did. So I did study the Bible, did the video, paid Carol, paid the shop, made the prayer book. This is an idea that I had yesterday. My husband has these humongous speakers upstairs, and they've been up there for 6 years. And I said, can we sell those? And he kind of looked at me like, well, I bought those for $100. I scrimped and saved. I go, well, we could take a picture of them and say, Dan, scrimped and saved for these. I go, because they're just taking up room, and we can clean that room out for our grandkids. And I volunteered at the bookstore. Let's see what's it. And I shared stuff with Dolores. Let's see, I gotta mark that off. Dolores is my next door neighbor, and I got food bank stuff, so I shared it with her. I didn't cut the papers. I did take the money to Carol. Drop off book, and I didn't drop the book off at the craft classes. They were closed yesterday. I read my Rooted, which is the Sunday school thing. I just got to make copies. I didn't gather items to sell or price inventory. But today's list is kind of changing a little bit. So oh, and I have a thought in my head that I should learn everything about the food bank, because I volunteer at the food bank. Let's see here. All right, well, let's change it up a little bit here. So let's see here. So I want to bake cookies this morning after I get off the phone. And I have that Amish bread. Amish pumpkin bread is what I want to make. And I want to make potato candy. I saw that online, how to make that. It's really cool. Okay, so there's some things I want to bake. So we have the bazaar later. And of course I gotta study my Bible, because that's supposed to be at the first part of the day. So but I thank God for the day today, so that's good too. So, and then I'm gonna vacuum the floor. We just move that over, right? Brain overload, too many things. What do you mean craft room? Anyways, I'm just gonna put this aside because we're gonna come back to crafting. Oh yeah. Let's finish coloring this, because we're not gonna think about that now. Because we're arting. We used to make pumpkin bread with 1 pound of coffee can. Oh, in 1 pound of coffee can, so it was round. Oh, cool. And you cooked it that way in the oven? Well, now you can't do it with the round coffee cans because they're not tin. They're, what are they? They're plastic. That's funny. I know. They still have, no, I don't even know that they do have those anymore. Don't you just love watercoloring? I like the colors that, it does. So you can either leave it you know, dark like that, you know, or you could blot it. And sometimes I like the way the blot looks, but not now. Yeah, I know. Don't put it in the plastic ones. I like the darker of the watercolor rather than that light color. All right, where's that green? So I want to color this one green. That green's way dark though. But that's where blotting comes in. When it's too dark, then you'll blot it. So what do you guys have planned for Christmas? Having family over or sharing it with your pets? Ooh. That sounds cool. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, cool. That's cool. I go Christmas Eve if my husband's daughter's not in town with my granddaughter, or my stepdaughter, I should say. Anyway, if she's not in town, because her real mom is in Spokane, so her birth mom, and so she goes there every other Christmas. So this Christmas she's going there, and so we have Christmas Eve at my brother's house every year, and we have a white elephant gift exchange. And you know what? And actually, we do Christmas Eve there anyways, because we usually do Christmas Day with my granddaughter. So, and I love that, you know, and I get to see my family and stuff. And my husband, he doesn't like white elephant gift exchange because he doesn't like the fact that they take it away from him. Oh. Oh, there you go. Sometimes you just gotta follow. But so we get together at my brother's house. We used to get together at my brother's house in Gig Harbor, but I have a brother now who lives in Spanaway, and we get together at his house. I don't know if his house is just going to be strictly Thanksgiving or what, you know. So I don't know. But so we get together at one of my brother's houses. We used to get together at my brother Joe's house because he got my mom's kitchen table. And so we all sit around my mom's kitchen table. It's really cool. And then we have a white elephant gift exchange, which I usually bring really odd stuff. Like I had this Santa Claus that, you know, John had grown too old for, but it was like one of those mechanical ones that move. And I put that in there. And this last year, I forgot my package at home, or Dan did. I told him to grab the package and he forgot it. And we drove off without it. So I know that in the future that I have to be in control of where that package is. So. The only brother you get along with lives next door to me? Oh, he lives in Washington. I gotcha. Well, you know, Alaska Airline has some really good deals right now. He should fly you out. You should come and visit. Oh, in Renton, yeah. I used to work in Renton. It's about, as the crow flies, it's about 30 miles from here. But when you drive in a car, it's, 30 miles would take 30 minutes to get there if you were flying like a crow, or, less, I don't know. But if you drive there, it takes an hour because of the traffic. So. Oh, he's a Boeing guy. That's cool. Boeing is cool. My brother worked for Boeing. My friend's husband works for Boeing. I thought working for Boeing would be boring. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, see? It's a big facility there. So are you guys making your own? Oh, you said you were making your own Christmas cards, Gail. Are you making your own Christmas cards, Susan? It's really easy. You just go through your old Christmas cards and cut the face off of it and put it on a new card. Oh, wow. That's cool. So does that mean he's going to visit on his retirement? That would be funny if you called him and said, you should bring me to Washington for Christmas so I can visit with you. And then it would be, and then when your kids call, at the last minute, you say, oh, I'm going to your uncle's. He's flying me. Oh, I wanted to pick a different color. Susan, do you live in Alabama? Is that where you live? He's going to Sri Lanka? Then you definitely need a Christmas together. Huntsville. I know I have your address, but I'm brain dead, remember? I should have colored those all different colors, but I just colored them all orange. So it happens when you're on something else, right? Okay, so I'm going to color one of these yellow. Okay, orange. One of them yellow. One of them red. Or pink. No, I want blue. I know, aren't they cute? They're just like all drying out. And we can make that card that we made yesterday. We made this one yesterday. We can make that same concept with this one today. Look, and I found some twine. Just kidding. I'm not going to take that. Oh. So, let's see here. Let's do that. Well, let me finish let me finish this one real quick. I'm going to just put a little blue here. Oh, that's purple. Oh, good. Let's put purple up here too. Isn't that fun? All right, and blue. Blue. Well, that's kind of a blue-green, huh? That's okay. Go with darker green. There you go. There. I'm going to get this blue again. Or the icicles. It helps to have a pen that's you were born in Indiana. We moved to Florida when I was 12, and all my parents' family live in Indiana. Oh, cool. My first husband's family lived in my first husband's family. I don't know, that sounded weird. They lived in Ohio, but right there where Ohio, Indiana, and you know, right there in the corner, Indiana, Ohio, and what was it? Michigan were connected. So they lived in Montpelier, Ohio. And it was funny, the first time I went there, I was like, this is a cute little town. They had like a Eatonville? Evansville. But maybe it was Susan, maybe it was Jarrellsville. With all those people in Indiana. My dad came from Hardington, Nebraska. So I just need a light brown here. Wow, I can't believe an hour's already gone by. It's so fun spending time with you guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming. But I better get to working because I'm supposed to go pick up my friend at 10. I was going to show you something and I can't remember what it is. Do you remember? Do you remember what I was going to stop and show you? I swear I have always wanted to see how Nebraska is. Weird, huh? Oh, you know, compared to Washington State, it's flat. My uncle used to say, you can see for miles in Nebraska. You come to Washington and there's just too many hills. There's just too many hills. That's what my uncle used to say. The flatlands. Well, ladies. Oh. You know, the trees are green. And, I mean, the grass is green in the winter. In the summer, it's brown. Because nobody waters anything. So they let it go dormant. And I know, and you know, I can look out my door and well, can I see Mount Rainier? No, I can't see Mount Rainier from my door. But I when I drive, I can see Mount Rainier. Like if I'm going to Parkland, where my chiropractor is, Mount Rainier is just right there. It's so beautiful. And then it's not too far to drive to, and you can, you know, be down in the flat, you know, the lower lands and not have any snow and go up into the mountains and the snow's right there. So great ski area for sure. And kind of like Germany. You know, I lived in Germany for a little bit. And so it has that same type of feel. So. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And oh, my friend and I were talking about, you know, in the Puget Sound they have whales. And so we were talking about going whale watching this morning. But the whales have already gone. Oh yeah, I've been to Canada too. I've been to Kamloops, Canada. But I lived in Germany. My first husband was in the military. So I lived in Germany for 2 years. And my son was born there. And I loved it, you know. You could go porcelain shopping. So, needless to say, the language I learned in Germany was Wie viel kostet das? And that means how much did that cost? So we went porcelain and crystal shopping. And I went to Czechoslovakia. So I went to Prague. And I could have gone to Austria, but I forgot my passport at home. That was a bummer. Right where, you know, the Sound of Music was filmed. I know. And well, you know, and then if you fly out of Washington, you get to see all the mountains going along. Like there's Mount Adams and Mount St. Helens, and there's another one. There's like 4 mountains in a row, and you can see them as you're flying over. It's really pretty. Yeah. It's like, and I moved to South Carolina for 2 years. Oh, cool, Susan. I lived in South Carolina for 2 years, and we lived there. We lived there for 2 years, and when I was working there, the lady said, "Oh, we're gonna make a Southerner out of you yet," you know, or something like that. And she goes, You're gonna like it here. You're gonna drink coffee, and you're gonna like it here, and you're just gonna change right over." And I go, "No, I'm not." And she was like, "Yes, you are." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And every time I looked up to see Mount Rainier, all I'd see is a water tower. That was disheartening. So, yeah, mountains to water towers any day are better, right? So, here, I'll show you up top. I just got to get the little snow on the chimney. Oh, I look over and I was like, you can't see that. So I just have to get the snow on the chimney. And let me hold it from this way so you can see it with the light on it. Hey, that's better. So let's put a little bit of blue here up at the top. Get this little guy up here. Should I make a card real quick? It's like, wow. You've been there 36 years and you still don't talk Southern? What's up with that? No, my mom was so funny. You know, parents back in the day, they didn't worry about so much ethnics or, you know, or any of that stuff, you know, back in the day. I mean, they kind of did. I mean, there are a lot of prejudiced people, but, you know, they didn't call you out on it or whatever. But I'm sorry. I just was going to say that. She says, this is kind of racist and I apologize for it now. She said, I come home and she says, Mary Kay, you sound like that black lady that I work with. I'm like, Mom, you can't say that. You know, because I go, do you mean I sound Southern? How come you didn't say I sound like Southern Marge? Because there was a lady that she knew that was a Southern. She called her Southern Marge because she talks Southern. And it's like, really, Mom? I apologize for the, what do you call it? Ignorance, I guess that's what it's called. You know, our parents are like little kids when they talk. So, ladies, so here's the, if I were to do a Christmas card, you could just glue this to the back. Oh, in the beginning I told you this, you know how I always leave my glue open? Yeah, but I think it was more of the Southern thing, Susan. It was, I don't think it was that part of it, you know. But, you know how I always leave my glue open? Well, I left my glue open, and it fell on the floor, and it started to drip in my bag. I was like, oh no! So I quickly closed it. And I don't know what I dropped it. Oh, I'll just have to wipe that off. There. Isn't that pretty? That pretty? Oh, that pretty. Well, that's good. I know. It's like, oh, I just wipe it off. Well, oh well. I know when I was the ladies that I worked with in the South, they were really prejudiced and it just really got to me because I mean, like one day this guy walked in and he had so much cologne on and I was like, oh my gosh, his cologne's so strong, it made me sneeze, you know. And I go, and I didn't say his clone. I go, oh my goodness. And I was like, you know, I was waving in front of my face. And the lady said to me, I knew I'd make a Southerner out of you. And I go, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, you smelled them, right? And I was like, what? I go, his cologne. Hello? I'm like, really? Oh my goodness. People. We're all human. We should all be treated with respect no matter what. Respect isn't you don't have to earn respect. It's deserved. Everybody deserves respect. That's what I learned. Anyways, on that note, ladies, should we read another thing from the book? Let's read another thing from the book. Because what we read last was 7. Maybe we can catch up. Affirm yourself and all that you have accomplished, even as you strive to do the best you can. Rest easy with the assurance that this is where you belong at this moment. Oh, that's such a good one for me. Since I didn't get that job, right? Rest easy with the assurance that this is where you belong at this moment. Yahoo! So, everybody and all my little gingerbread people. Oh, watch out for that big rolling brush. Oh. Goodbye. We all line up to say goodbye. Oh, the name of the book? Elf Help for Living with Joy. And you know what's so funny is my pastor did a thing on joy. And I found it in a thrift store. You know. So, yay! I was going to cut it up for multimedia, but I couldn't do it because I like it. Bye, bye. See you tomorrow. 7 a.m. sharp. Because I have to go to church in the morning. I have to be there at 8:30. Oh, I might be a little early. I might be at 6. Might be 6:45. I don't know. I don't know about tomorrow because I have to be to church at 8:30. So it might be earlier, maybe, or I don't know. Maybe I'll do it and I'll set it to play on earlier. How about that? Well, maybe it won't be live tomorrow. How about that? Oh, okay. I'll wait until after. How about not 6:30? That's a little late. How about, let's see. Let me think about this. $6:30-ish or 6-ish? Okay, we'll do 6-ish. If that sounds good. I get home from church about noon. But I mean, we can do 6-ish. Let's do 6-ish. So that's what I'll do. Oh, thank you guys. That's so awesome. So we'll say, let's do 6-ish. PM. Weren't you talking PM, Susan? Or do you want me to do 6 a.m.? Oh, so it's 8 here. So it's 8:53 here. So it's 9 o'clock here almost. So my time, if I do... Put it in the chat, Jill. Okay. I'll put it in the chat. Well, if I do it at 6 a.m. and nobody's here, I'll just do all the talking and, pretend like you're here. And then you can watch it later. Why don't I do that? That way, I love to chat with you guys, but, I'll just chat like you're here and I'll just say, oh, Susan, you're so funny, blah, 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 blah. You think evening? Well, let's do, instead of 6, let's do 3 p.m. my time. $8 a.m. your time is when? So 3 p.m. my time? All right, that's what I'll shoot for, 3 p.m. Pacific Northwest time. All right, ladies. Perfect. 3 p.m. my time. 2 hours behind you. Okay. All right. See you then. See you later, gators. Have a wonderful week. Oh, have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow. I always forget I was doing weekly before, so. All right, see ya. Thank you for coming.